Jessica Biel has always carried a kind of presence that feels both familiar and quietly commanding, the sort that doesn't rely on noise to make an impression. From her early days growing up on screen to her current status as a seasoned creative, she's built a career that reflects intention rather than impulse. What makes her recent wave of attention so interesting isn't that it's unexpected, but that it feels earned. People aren't reacting to a gimmick or a sudden reinvention. They're responding to someone who has steadily refined her sense of self. Over the years, Biel has learned how to let her work, her style, and her choices speak for her. That consistency creates trust with an audience, and trust turns into admiration. In a culture that often chases the next big moment, Jessica Biel represents something more lasting. She reminds people that relevance doesn't have to be loud, and confidence doesn't have to ask for permission. It can simply exist, calm and assured, drawing attention because it feels real. From early roles to lasting impacts, looking back at Jessica Biel's early career, it's easy to see the foundation of what she would become. She entered the public eye at a young age, navigating fame while still figuring out who she was, and that experience shaped her approach to the industry. Rather than being boxed into one image, she gradually expanded her range, choosing roles that challenged her and allowed her to grow. Over time, she moved beyond the label of a former teen star and into the space of a respected performer. Her work in film and television reflects a willingness to take risks, to sit with complex emotions and to explore darker, more layered characters. That evolution didn't happen overnight, and that's part of what makes it compelling. Audiences have watched her mature in real time, learning alongside her. Each chapter of her career feels connected, like steps in a long journey rather than abrupt turns, and that continuity adds depth to her public story. Style is self-expression, not performance. Jessica Biel's sense of style has always felt personal rather than performative, which is why it resonates so strongly. When she steps into the spotlight, her fashion choices don't seem designed to shock or demand approval. Instead, they reflect an understanding of proportion, mood, and identity. In her recent photos, that approach is especially clear. The silhouettes are confident, the lines intentional, and the overall effect is striking without being excessive. What stands out most is how comfortable she appears in what she's wearing. Clothing, in her case, becomes an extension of her personality rather than a costume. She understands that true style isn't about following trends, but about knowing what works for you and standing by it. Whether she chooses minimalist tones or richer, bolder colors, there's a sense of control and ease. That ease is what people respond to because it signals authenticity rather than aspiration. Confidence that comes with experience. There's a noticeable difference between confidence that's learned and confidence that's lived, and Jessica Biel embodies the latter. Her presence now carries the weight of experience, of lessons learned both publicly and privately. She doesn't project perfection, and that's precisely what makes her compelling. Instead, she shows up as someone who knows her strengths and accepts her limits. In the images and appearances that have sparked conversation, her confidence feels grounded, rooted in self-awareness rather than external validation. This kind of assurance tends to deepen with time, and Biel's journey reflects that truth. She no longer needs to prove her place. She simply occupies it. Audiences can sense when someone is comfortable in their own skin, and that comfort creates a magnetic pull. It's not about being flawless or untouchable. It's about being present, composed, and unapologetically oneself, qualities that resonate far beyond surface-level admiration. Beyond the camera, a multifaceted life. What often gets overlooked in conversations about Jessica Biel is how much of her influence exists beyond the camera. Alongside her acting career, she has invested time and energy into business ventures and creative projects that reflect her broader interests. Her involvement in wellness and lifestyle spaces speaks to a desire to build something meaningful and lasting, not just profitable. She's also navigated motherhood while maintaining a demanding professional life, a balance that requires intention and adaptability. Rather than oversharing or crafting a carefully curated persona, she keeps much of her personal life private, allowing her work to remain the focus. That restraint feels refreshing in an era of constant visibility. It suggests a clear sense of boundaries and priorities. By choosing when and how to engage with the public, Biel maintains control over her narrative, reinforcing the idea that success doesn't require constant exposure to be valid. Crafting powerful stories through work. Jessica Biel's performances in recent years highlight her commitment to storytelling that challenges both her and the audience. Projects like intense dramas and character-driven narratives show her willingness to step into uncomfortable spaces and explore moral complexity. She doesn't shy away from roles that demand emotional depth or psychological nuance, and that courage elevates her work. As a producer, she's also taken an active role in shaping the stories she tells, ensuring they carry substance and perspective. This behind-the-scenes involvement reflects a broader understanding of the industry and her place within it. Rather than waiting for opportunities, she helps create them, supporting narratives that might otherwise struggle to find space. That creative agency adds another layer to her career, positioning her not just as a performer, but as a storyteller with vision. It's a natural progression for someone who values growth and impact over repetition. Public attention without losing ground. Handling public attention gracefully is an art, and Jessica Biel has learned it through years of visibility. When moments go viral or spark conversation, she doesn't lean into controversy or fuel speculation. Instead, she allows the work and the imagery to speak for themselves. This measured response keeps the focus where it belongs, on creativity rather than reaction. Her ability to stay grounded amid praise and scrutiny alike speaks to a strong internal compass. She seems less interested in chasing approval and more invested in maintaining balance. That steadiness resonates with fans who appreciate authenticity over spectacle. In a landscape where attention can be fleeting and overwhelming, Biel's approach feels intentional and mature. She understands that not every moment requires commentary, and not every reaction needs a response. By choosing calm over chaos, she preserves her sense of self, even as the spotlight shifts and intensifies around her, redefining beauty over time. One of the most powerful aspects of Jessica Biel's public image is how it reframes beauty as something that evolves rather than fades. She doesn't cling to a past version of herself or attempt to replicate it. Instead, she embraces change as a natural and valuable process. This perspective challenges outdated narratives that tie worth to youth alone. In her recent appearances, there's a sense of confidence rooted in self-acceptance, an understanding that beauty is as much about presence and energy as it is about appearance. By showing up authentically at each stage of her life, she offers a more realistic and empowering model of aging in the public eye. That message resonates deeply, especially with audiences who are tired of impossible standards. Biel's example suggests that growth, experience, and individuality add richness, making a person more compelling, not less, as time goes on. An icon defined by substance. Ultimately, the reason Jessica Biel continues to captivate attention has less to do with any single photo or moment, and more to do with the full picture she presents. She represents a blend of talent, restraint, curiosity, and confidence that feels increasingly rare. Her career choices, personal boundaries, and evolving style all point to someone who values substance over spectacle. That doesn't mean she avoids glamour or recognition. It means she engages with them on her own terms. By doing so, she sets an example of what it looks like to grow publicly without losing authenticity. The admiration she receives today reflects years of consistency and thoughtful evolution. Rather than chasing relevance, she's built it steadily, layer by layer. In that sense, her influence extends beyond entertainment, offering a reminder that true impact comes from knowing who you are and allowing that truth to guide every step forward.